Hey guys, check this out.
All right guys, let's check out the new One Cam. Wow, look at this.
Okay, so I'm just taking this incredible shimmer shade. I didn't install a giant TV. It's actually this tiny.
And honestly, perfect for creators, gym girls.
Okay, this side is me with blends so naturally. What if I told you that every single one of those ads is a UGC style you can use for your product? 6 completely different ways of selling, and every single one of them works, because that's actually how good marketers think. They don't just ask, what should I say about this product? They ask, how should I say it, and who am I saying it to? Some people need to see the product actually working before they trust it. Some people are convinced by hearing someone else's experience. Some people want to feel the excitement of discovering something new. And some people just need to see themselves in the moment, living with the product in their life. So the style you choose, it matters just as much as what you're actually saying. Because here's the reality, not everyone buys the same way. Let me break down the most powerful AI ad styles, and more importantly, when to use each one. First up, the product demo. And honestly, this one is underrated because it's so simple. Instead of telling people your product is great, which everyone does and nobody believes anymore, you just show them. Skincare product? Show someone applying it. Gadget? Show it actually working. Kitchen appliance? Show it solving the exact problem your customer has. Instead of telling people your product is great, which everyone does and nobody believes anymore, you just show them. Because seeing is believing, always has been. And a product that looks good in action sells itself in a way that a description never can. Next, the testimonial. And what makes this style so powerful is that it doesn't feel like an ad. It feels like a recommendation. Someone sharing what they actually experienced, what they loved about it, how it helped them, why they'd tell a friend. And that shift from advertisement to advice is everything. Because people trust people. They're suspicious of brands, but they'll believe someone talking about something that worked for them. Then there's the unboxing. And if you've ever watched an unboxing video and thought, why am I watching someone open a box? You're not alone. But here's the thing, that first impression moment, the anticipation, the reveal, the genuine reaction is genuinely compelling to watch. It captures something that a polished product photo never can, the experience of actually receiving something. People love that discovery process, and when it's done well, it makes the viewer feel like they're the one opening it. Now, storytelling. And this one is my personal favorite, because storytelling isn't about saying more. It's about making people feel something. You don't open by talking about the product. You open with a moment, a situation the viewer immediately recognizes. You build curiosity. You pull them in. And then, once they're invested, that's when the product shows up. And the result is that people don't just remember what the product does. They remember how the ad made them feel. And that emotional memory is what actually drives purchases. Before and after is one of those styles that works almost too well when it's the right fit, because results are the most convincing thing you can show. No claims, no features, actual visible change. Skincare, fitness, hair care, cleaning products. And the result is that people don't just remember what the product does. They remember how the ad made them feel. Anything where there's a transformation worth showing, this is your format. You show the before, you show the after, and you let the difference do all the selling. Lifestyle content works differently from all the others because it's not really selling at all. Not overtly, anyway.
It's just showing the product existing naturally in someone's life.
A projector on movie night, a smartwatch during a morning run, a coffee cup on the commute. And what it does, almost without the viewer realizing, is help them picture themselves in that scene, with that product, in that moment. And once someone can see themselves using something, they're already halfway to buying it. And then finally, problem to solution, which is probably the most direct of all the formats. You start with a pain point your audience already has, something they deal with, something that frustrates them, something they've been quietly looking for an answer to. The room gets too hot, the phone battery never lasts, skin feels dry no matter what you try. And then your product walks in as the answer. The reason this works so well, you're meeting a desire that already exists. You're just showing people you have what they've been looking for. And so which one should you use? Honestly, there's no universal answer, and anyone who tells you there is oversimplifying it. The best style is always the one that fits your product most naturally, the one where the format and the story feel like they were made for each other. For today's tutorial, we're building a before and after UGC, because sometimes the most convincing thing you can do is stop talking about what your product does and just show it. And that's what a well-executed product demo can look like when it's built with AI. So now let me show you exactly how we made it, how we built the AI creator, how we constructed each scene, and how you can recreate this exact workflow for your own brand or your clients. Let's get into it.
First, before we build anything, we need our AI creator. And if you've been following along with previous tutorials, this part will feel familiar. There are two ways to do this depending on what you're starting with. If you've already got a reference image, maybe a photo of yourself, a model whose look you like, something you found online that captures the vibe you're going for, then we're using image to image. Head over to VidAU.ai/home, open AI images, and select image to image. We're working with Nano Banana 2 for this tutorial. Upload your reference, paste in your prompt, adjust your settings, and generate. Simple as that. Now, if you don't have a reference image and you're building from scratch, don't worry about it. That's what text-to-image is for. Jump over to ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever AI assistant you use, and just describe your influencer in as much detail as you can. And I mean actually detailed. The hairstyle, the skin tone, the facial features, the expression, the outfit, the energy she carries, all of it. Then ask it to turn that description into a proper image generation prompt. Take that prompt back to VidAU.ai/home, open AI images. Choose text to image this time, select Nano Banana 2, paste it in, adjust your settings, and generate. And there's our creator, ready to go. Okay, now we start building the actual story. For this tutorial, we're creating a before and after skincare ad, which means we need two very distinct visual worlds, what the skin looks like before the product and what it looks like after. And we start with the before, which honestly is the more important scene of the two. Because the before is what creates the emotional connection. It's the moment the viewer looks at the screen and thinks, I know exactly how that feels. So we want this to look real. Visible pores, uneven skin tone, blemishes. Whatever skin concern fits the story you're telling for your specific product. Head back to your AI assistant. Describe exactly what you want this scene to look like, be specific about the skin concerns you want visible, and ask it to generate the image prompt. Then back to AI images, image to image. Nano Banana 2. Upload your avatar, paste in your prompt, adjust your settings, and generate. And just run through that same process for every before scene you want in your video. Now, the transformation. Same avatar, same face, completely different skin. This is the after. And this is where the product gets to shine, because the contrast between these two images is what does all the selling. Clearer skin, even tone. That healthy glow that makes people lean into the screen and think, okay, what is she using? Same workflow as before. Generate your prompts through your AI assistant, head back to AI images, image to image, upload your avatar as the reference, because we need her face to stay consistent, paste in your new prompt, and generate. Do that for every after scene you want in the video. And when you put the before and after images side by side, even at this stage, before there's any video, you can already feel the story working. Okay, now we bring everything to life. Head over to AI Video, select Image to Video. We're using VO 3.1 for this tutorial. Upload your first scene image, paste in your video prompt, choose your settings, and generate. And there's our first scene moving. Now just run through that exact same process for every before scene and every after scene until the whole transformation has been animated. Same flow every time, new image, updated prompt, generate. And once they're all done, you've got the full story in motion. And now, my favorite part, watching it all come together. Bring all your generated scenes into your video editor and start arranging. And here's where you get to make a creative decision, because there are a few ways to structure a before and after that all work differently. You can put them side by side so the contrast is immediate and obvious. You can use a split screen that shows the transformation happening in real time. Or you can let the before play out fully first, build the problem, and then reveal the after as the payoff. No single right answer. It really depends on the feeling you're going for and what you think will land best for your audience. Add your music, fine-tune the timing, and export. And just like that, you've built a complete before and after AI UGC ad, one of the most effective formats in the game for any product that creates visible results, because you're not asking people to imagine the transformation, you're showing it to them. Now let's watch the whole thing.
Okay, this side is me with foundation, and this side is my actual skin right now. I've been struggling with redness and breakouts lately, so finding a foundation that actually covers without looking cakey has been so hard. But this LumiSkin Soft Matte Foundation blends so naturally, feels super lightweight, and still lets my skin look like skin. Yeah, I totally get the hype now.
So did you feel that? Because that's what a good before and after does. And that contrast, that moment where someone sees the difference with their own eyes, that's what makes this format convert so consistently. It doesn't ask you to take anyone's word for it. It doesn't need a long explanation or a convincing pitch. It just shows you, and your brain does the rest. Because there's a massive difference between telling someone a product works and showing someone a product works. Now, this style works best when there's something genuinely visible to show. Skincare, hair care, fitness, cleaning products, home organization. One requires trust they might not have yet. The other just requires eyes. Any product where there's a clear before and a clear after. But, and this part actually matters a lot, the transformation needs to feel real. Because the biggest mistake people make with before and after content is going too far. Making the before look worse than it is. Making the after look unrealistically perfect. And the moment your audience senses that, the trust is gone. Realistic improvements always outperform dramatic ones. Always. Because people aren't just watching the video, they're deciding if they believe it. And honestly, that's the thread that runs through every AI ad style we've covered. If this was helpful, drop a comment and tell me which AI ad style you want us to break down next. I genuinely use those to plan what comes next, so your input actually matters. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you probably should. There's a lot more coming. I'm Vivi. I'll see you in the next one.